Hi, I'm going to tell you a little bit about the Digital Media Center at the School of Continuing Studies. First of all, my name is Per. I have several roles. I manage the equipment. I teach and instruct on software and high-end equipment. And if I happen to be around for a class or if you're here for open lab hours, I'm here to be a helper as well. I'd like to say welcome to the family. You may have been in SCS for a while, but now you're part of the DMC family. And the DMC is only available for people within SCS. It's a pretty small little media center, so it's just for us. Being part of the family means that you are, for one, on time, because if you say you're going to pick something up at a certain time, or return something actually is more important. If you say you're going to return something at a certain time, then I'm going to expect that to be here, and so will your colleagues who may need that equipment and be expecting to pick that up shortly after. Being part of the family means taking care of our equipment and our computers, not putting them in danger, keeping them clean, that sort of thing. So please keep that in mind, and I'll remind you. Here at the DMC, you have access to a variety of equipment, and you have access to our Mac lab. We have 3 types of video cameras. We have a very, very simple, very basic flip camera. We have 5 of those. It just has a big red button. It's HD. It's quite a clear little thing, but you can't hook up microphones, no headphones. The sound is not very good, but it's very good for very basic video recording. And then we have 13 of these Canon HD camcorders that you see pictured here. And these allow headphones, they allow microphones, they're HD, they allow some manual control. They're really excellent for beginners and intermediates, great for mastering the basics of shooting video. And then we have several high-end Sony EX1R camcorders. And those require quite a bit of training or a videography background. The Sony EX1s are great, but not worth it for anyone not willing to put in the time to get good at it. Then we have several types of microphones. We have 2 types of lav or lapel microphones. These are microphones that clip. These are great for interviews. We have 4 wireless lavalier systems and 3 wired systems. Then we have 3 interview microphones, and we have also 3, this is brand new, we have 3 audio recorders. And these are great for voiceovers, for podcasts, or anything of that nature. They're very easy to use. And we have a little bit of lighting equipment. We have 2 3-light kits. Those are great for shooting interviews. And we also have several on-camera LED lights, but unfortunately, these will only work with the Sony EX1 because the camera requires a mount in order to put that on. But anyone could check them out. They could be used for other purposes. And then we have several types of tripods, one for each camera. I'm going to give you the correct tripod for the camera you're using. We also have 1 equipment cart. If you are a journalism student, for example, and going out to do your capstone and you're being very ambitious, you can end up with a lot of gear, and it can be very hard to take that home, which is something to think about. It can be very hard to get all that home on the metro. So that's our equipment. If you have any questions, you can contact me, or you can come by during our hours and have a look if you want to see something in more detail. And then we have our Mac lab. The Mac lab is open during those hours, 2:30 to 8:30. I'm not going to leave it open, so you do have to come to me. I'd appreciate an email saying that you're going to be coming. In the lab, we have several different applications. First of all, you should know that you are not limited to the applications on the dock. That's just a highlight that highlights some of the applications. So you should go into the applications folder where you'll find Chrome, Firefox, and several other applications. Also, please, please, please do not eat or drink from an uncovered container. So a bottle of water is fine, a coffee cup with a cover is fine. But in general, no eating or drinking in the lab. We've, had some spills. We want you to be respectful of your fellow students who have to share the space and the computers and the equipment. So please, 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 thank you, thank you, thank you. Do not eat or drink in the Mac lab. We are growing. 2 years ago, we only had a handful of cameras, and we did not have very many hours. We've been growing and expanding to better meet the needs of SCS, and this means that we actively want your feedback. So you may get a survey at the end of the semester, but if you think of anything, some program you think we should have or equipment you think we should have, please contact us, because we really want your feedback. We want to know how we can better serve you. These are our hours of operation for this fall. These hours will probably change in the spring. We do adapt our schedule to fit around the classes going on each semester. So it's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 2:30 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. This is important. You can walk in during those hours if you want to. I highly, highly recommend making a reservation, or if you just want to see me, making an appointment. It is kind of a one-man show, and if I'm not expecting you to be picking something up or coming in to train on a camera or something like that, I may go to lunch, I may be in a meeting with someone, so it behooves both of us if you make an appointment. I recommend you make a reservation for equipment at least 3 days in advance. I'd say much more if you already know when you'll be filming, when you'll need the gear. To request equipment, you can use this small link that I've created. This is probably the easiest way. I would write this down. I'll wait a moment. tiny.cc/SCSDMC. If you forget that, you can't find it, again, don't worry, there are other ways to get to the form. Let me show you how you can get there through the SCS website. From here, you can go up to Students, Student Resources, and on the left side, look for Digital Media Center. This takes you to our little page. This very top red link is the link to our equipment request form. This also has our email address, the schedule, and lots of useful links. This is the form. You'll need to put in your name, net ID, phone number. You'll see our hours are here again. And this is something I didn't mention. Our checkout periods this semester are for 7 days. I should say up to 7 days. So if I want to pick up on, say, Tuesday the 18th at 3 p.m., I can return it the next Tuesday. And because we do this by appointment, I can return this at 7 p.m. It does not have to be exactly 3 p.m. This is really designed to work around your schedule. So you do get up to 7 days, and you get to pick the time that's most convenient for you. And it doesn't have to be for the full 7 days. If I pick this up on Tuesday the 18th, I could return it Thursday the 20th. And down here you'll find a list of most of our equipment, and you can just check off what it is that you need. And please don't check off more than you need. Sometimes people have a bad habit of just checking off a bunch of stuff because they think they'll want everything, or they don't really know what anything is, so they're just going to talk to me when they come in. Really, we want to figure that out ahead of time. I'm not going to reserve a whole lot of equipment for you unless you need it, because this prevents others from being able to use it, and it's kind of annoying. So please contact me if you don't know what you need. I'm very happy to help you figure that out. So then you hit the submit form down at the bottom, and I will get an email, and I'll put that in for you, and then you'll get a confirmation, usually within a day or two. If you, for some reason, don't get a confirmation, please email me. When you do sign out equipment, you'll have to sign an agreement. It says that You're going to acknowledge that all of the pieces in the kit are present and that you are going to agree to the times that you put forward, and that you agree to take care of the equipment, and et cetera, et cetera. Also, a very important note, when you use a camera or audio recorder, everything that you need to copy needs to be copied before returning the equipment. So if your return time is 5 p.m., then you need to have planned to copy your camera footage before you return the camera. This is because someone may have the equipment after you. So if you return it at 5 p.m. saying, oh, now I'm going to go to the lab and copy everything, someone else might need that camera right afterwards. So please plan your return times with that in mind, giving yourself enough time to work with the footage. Here's some important info. SCS DMC is my email. There's that link again to the form. That link at the bottom is the big honking long form. That link at the bottom is the big long link to the DMC page, but it's usually faster just to actually Google SCS DMC. That's how I usually get it. Somehow that's the top result on Google. And I think that's all. A couple of small notes I may have forgotten to mention. On Thursdays this semester, there is a class in the Mac Lab starting at 5 p.m. So even though the DMC is open until 8:30, the Mac Lab will only be open until 5 since there is a class going on there. And I think that's all. Please email me if you have questions, concerns, thoughts, and I look forward to meeting you.